Hello guys, this is Braden from Braden Productions back again today with another World Conqueror 3 video. So today, we are doing NATO Mission 5, Cuban Missile Crisis, which, I guess technically we're not doing this today, because this is actually an old video. This is from a couple months ago. I was just really lazy and never did the audio commentary, but yeah, we're doing it now because I need content out. Sad news, guys, this might be the last video in this series for a long while because my computer gave up on life, alright? My computer, the computer I used for so many years, I had like this laptop for like 4 years. I had all my video stuff on it, except for the stuff I didn't have on it, which I moved to my hard drive, but all my, and I think, but it just gave up. One day it worked, the next day it didn't. And we think the motherboard is just complete bust, so that's not very good. But luckily, I have a decent amount of my video stuff. I don't have my YouTube Wars 13 files, but I also previewed all the YouTube Wars 13 scenes, so yeah, it's gonna work out, guys, and hopefully we'll be able to get that stuff recovered, but it's just, there's a possibility I don't have some of this stuff back, and I won't be able to get the progress for the game because they don't have cloud save on the Windows version, which absolutely sucks. But if you want to know how you beat this mission, basically, you just gotta play smart, alright? You gotta be very careful where you place your generals. For example, you gotta be careful placing your generals on Miami, because the Soviets will nuke that. I mean, yeah, so I don't actually have a lot to say here because I don't even remember what I did. I'm just gonna kind of ramble over this footage. You can see I'm trying to nuke Cuba. I'm trying to get Cuba out of the way so I can focus all my force on Mexico, but I'm not sure if it's going great. And obviously, for that carrier, it's good to send submarines down there and take care of that. Just clear out their navy with submarines, maybe some destroyers. And you see I got a couple naval generals out. And you can see I'm trying to land Eisenhower and Commander England in Cuba. And then after I take out Cuba, I land them in the Yucatan, and I advance. I basically, Zhukov is no joke, okay? You can't just take him on head-on from one direction. You have to flank him. It's basically mandatory, because he will mess you up. If you go in there with just like one, say, you have like a tank general. You send in one tank general, okay, let's take down Zhukov. They get completely freaking wasted. I mean, yeah. As you can see, we secured the oil. That's just the most American thing you can do. Insert the clip of George Washington, with the machine gun, being like, "What the frick is a kilometer?" And then the bald eagle screeching in the background. Literally just insert that anytime you take an oil rig in Conqueror. There's a video editing tip for anyone who wants it. You could totally steal my idea. You don't even have to credit me. Just steal that idea. It would be freaking hilarious. Yo, Bruminati, if you're watching this, next time you do, you do like a mission or like a conquest with like America, freaking do that, alright? I would become an emperor on your channel. I'll become the highest level for your channel members just because you did that, alright? I say that and then I realize I don't have any money. Yeah, I'm kind of broke, y'all. And also, this is kind of random too. This has nothing to do with the video, but I think my dorm room is cursed because, okay, so my computer broke, alright? Just completely random, out of the blue. Didn't do anything. My dad, asked me like 50 times, did you drop it or anything? No. It just freaking stopped working for no reason. I don't get it. And then Ethan, he was up here last weekend and his MacBook broke. The screen, it was all messed up and Ethan didn't know how to fix it, so he had to get a new one. And his new computer looks pretty goated, though. I kind of clowned him because he didn't get Windows, he got a Mac, which I don't know. I guess for Ethan's purposes, a Mac's good because that's what he does, like, all his music stuff on. His program that's, like, I'm pretty sure it's, like, a program that's only on Apple devices. I could be wrong, though, but it's good for him. But, for me, as someone who does a mapper and someone, I completely gaffed that. That was, like, such, like, a Joe Biden moment. That would be, like, how Joe Biden would word that. But me, someone who's a mapper, needs like paint.net, that doesn't really exist on Mac. Your closest equivalent is Photoshop, which, call me an idiot, but I just barely understand how Photoshop works. And Windows Movie Maker, I could use something better, but You know, I'm just kind of a stubborn guy, you know? This is the way it's always been done. There's nothing wrong with it. We're gonna keep doing it this way. As you can see, I landed Eisenhower in Yucatan, but not without significant damage because they freaking nuked him. Yeah, that's the thing about this mission. The Soviets, you know, they're relentless with the nukes. You know, they just don't lay off. You know, it's just nuke spam, missile spam. This one's actually, honestly, in some respects, like, it's honestly, as far as, like, that stuff goes, it's harder than Sea Road, because at least Sea Road is just, like, the one nuke. It's, like, not as big of a deal. Yeah, you get nuked a little bit, but it's really only, like, they have the one that they, like, send, like, early on, and then they have, like, I think they have, like, a couple later, but for the most part in Sea Road, there's not a lot of nuke spam. This, no. Nuke spam, missile spam. Haha, you know. This one, you know, it's kind of the opposite of Sea Road in a way, because Sea Road, it's like, you have to have a very specific strategy, you know. You have to have a very specific strategy in Sea Road. While this, it's a little more, at least the way I did it, it's a little more scattered, you know. If you get the strategy right in Sea Road, it's kind of easy. Like, I'm pretty sure I got the 3-star, didn't I? Like, I might have to rewatch that video, it's been a while. But this one, it's like, it's kind of messier, you know, a lot of the time. But I don't know, it's probably just because, to me, the strategy in this one's more apparent than in Sea Road, because, you know, you're playing that, you know, your brain, at least mine, subconsciously, it's like, I want to go attack Egypt, you know, I want to get them out of the way, and then I'll head to the Middle East, when really you have to do, like, both at the same time. It's kind of a headache. Like I said, you know, it's upsides and downsides. I kind of over-exaggerate how hard the mission is, but, you know, it actually isn't that bad once you have good tech. I was kind of being a little hyperbolic in the past, you know, I'll admit it, but you want to know a mission that's hard? Aliens, alright? I have never been able to beat an alien mission with anything other than a 1-star, outside of, like, the mod weather coverage I made, where we have, like, OP generals and just, like, maxed out tech. Like, obviously when you have all that stuff, any mission in the game is gonna be definitely doable at that point. While here, it's like, my tech's like, what, level 60? And I barely got a 1-star on the first 2 alien missions, and then I'm stuck on the 3rd one. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, you know, I did all of this, you know, for 4 years, I've been grinding out this game on my computer. Now all that progress is more than likely gonna be gone. And that's just sad. And it's just like, I don't have time to freaking grind this game out again. I mean, you know, I'm in college now, you know, I have, like, more serious video projects at the same time, and, you know, I just don't have time to sit on this game grinding it out, like, 5 hours a day like I used to in the past, you know, at certain points. But, you know, we're gonna try to make a comeback. You know, Ethan he's pretty, like, I'm not trying to trash Ethan at all, but he's, like, kind of low level as far as this game goes. He's, like, I think he's, like, he's on one of the, like, later World War II missions. I think he's on, like, Axis 10 or something like that. He's on the last Axis mission, and he's on Ally 7, I'm pretty sure. Though, I feel like I could catch up to him relatively fast, and we can kind of, like, try to grind this out together. And maybe something I'm considering is, like, if I can't redeem my purchase Eisenhower, because I don't think that's a sure thing either. If I can't redeem it, I might just try to do free-to-play. Like, I want to see how far I can get, you know, just with the crappy generals, but get, like, good tech and get the wonders, because that's what you need to do. You need to get the wonders, alright? You know, the wonders that, like, give you the gold, give you the steel, give you the oil. Those are actually really helpful, and they're also really good for grinding out your tech level, too, because they give you a lot of experience for your HQ when you build them. See, I may not be actually, like, doing the whole walkthrough thing, but at least I'm giving y'all tips on how to play the game, so you can't complain too much. As you can see, all my generals are pretty low health. You see Clark and Kruger over there. They've seen better days. Like, bro, I'm realizing this game will be freaking hard without a 5-star general, though. I'm just saying, like, at least, like, the later stuff, like, and like I say, it depends a lot on tech level, too. I think tech level is more important than generals, in my personal opinion. You can see the walls are closing in on Zhukov. It's so over for him. It's Jover, as the kids these days on Twitter say. Twitter and all the other stuff, you know, them kids these days, they're saying, they have such weird slang. Wait, I forgot, it's not Twitter anymore, it's X. I still don't get that. It sounds like that name. I'll say this. I've said this before. I'll say it again. It sounds like something. Let's just say I can't talk about it on YouTube without getting, age restricted. It doesn't sound good. Is what I'm saying. Elon Musk, please change that back to Twitter. Twitter is iconic. You weren't expecting that from Braden Productions video. Anyway, victory, 15 rounds. Peace out.